Hi, everybody. Happy Hustle Show, episode 48. 48. I have been nice and consistent. I am very pleased with myself. Episode 48. So if you're watching on replay, because I need to give people a chance to actually find me. If you're watching on replay, and you haven't caught the episodes tonight, if you've got, how long would it take? Oh, I can't work it out. If you've got like quite a few hours to work back through all the episodes, 47 episodes before this. Hey, Gillian. Gillian, here's the thing. I've got a question for you. I'm trying out my new lights, but it's too bright, right? But it's like I've got it down in a really low setting. So before anybody else finds us, tell me, is that better? Look. Oh, look at that. So I don't know. I'm just trying to find the sweet spots where I don't look like I'm in some sort of old-fashioned. You can control it on your phone. It's so cool. But I feel like I'm in, one of those old-fashioned photographs where they do the big flash and you go completely white. I feel that's what I look like. I'll need to review it after this. So how are you, Gillian? How is Monday treating you? I have had a really good day, actually. I've had some good news about my day job, sort of good news. Yeah, good news. Yeah, good news. And I've had loads of time over the weekend. So last week, I kind of finished my day job stuff on Thursday night. So I've had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and most of today, apart from one meeting, to actually work on the Explode Your Side Hustle Sales Bootcamp because, I don't know. I feel severe close up. Thank you. So I you have to kind of start somewhere. So I created the page for you to register, and I created the email list to generate the email, and I'd created the thank you page, and I'd created the graphic, and I'd created the Facebook ad, which I think starts later on tonight. And I had a rough idea of what I was going to cover, but I didn't really know. So I've been feeling a bit uncomfortable about that because I'm thinking, right, I really, really want to help people that are a bit stuck and have got their side hustle launched and are now like, now what? So I just had so many ideas as to what I could do. And I started off with like loads and loads of things in the boot camp. And then I thought, no, that's just not how it works, is it? Hi, Lynn. We know from having done, Gillian and I, from having done these challenges for more than a year now, is that the tasks have to be simple and easy to follow. Otherwise, it just becomes overwhelming. So I've found the perfect tasks now. So I feel great. I feel very excited. So if you haven't already registered for the Explode Your Side Hustle Sales Bootcamp, the link is, I don't know, I think above. Would it be above? Not sure if I'm appearing below or above the text because I'm on a different. Anyway, the link is with this video. Click and register. The registration emails weren't sending properly for a couple of days last week. So if you have already registered and didn't get the registration email, don't worry, you are still registered. You should have got an email yesterday that gives you the link to the Facebook group. And for anyone that has participated in the challenges before, you may be aware of the process that what I do is I open the group just before the bootcamp starts, just so that it doesn't kind of get added into your news feed and kind of distract you away from other things that you should be focusing on for the next couple of weeks. But it starts on the 22nd of February, so not next weekend, but the weekend after. Is that right? Yeah, I will let you all in. So it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about tweaking. So today I made a tweak, and I think that's why I'm having such a good day. This morning I decided I had been persevering with something that wasn't working. And as much as I knew that it wasn't the right thing to do, I still had this sort of mindset that, well, I've sort of committed to this now, so I should keep going until I finish it. But the thing that I have decided to tweak in my life is a massive bottle of shampoo that I bought from Costco, right? So I saw this article in a well, it must have been online. I was going to say in a magazine, but I don't think I've bought a magazine for a couple of years. So it must have been online that showed you the things that Costco produced as their own brands that were actually really famous brands. So it's really interesting because it was like, so their coffee, Costco have like Starbucks producing coffee for them, and it's branded as Kirkland coffee. I think that at the very bottom it says Starbucks in tiny letters. Anyway, and it's like so much cheaper than it would be if you bought it at Starbucks. And anyway, there were a whole load of things that Costco did. So there was something about golf balls that my husband was really interested in. But the thing that struck me was that Costco have these two, if you're familiar with Costco, their brand make is Kirkland. So they have these two big, massive shampoo and conditioner bottles that were made by, so the actual contents of them was something like, I think it was Hairology. It was something ology anyway. I'm sure it was Hairology, something like that. Anyway, it's an American make that apparently is a really, really famous shampoo in America that's quite expensive. But Hairology, might have got that wrong, but you get the gist. That company had made the shampoo and conditioner that Kirkland were using. So that on this article, it was like things to buy in Costco. And I thought, oh, that's brilliant, because I'll get these two big, massive things of shampoo and conditioner, and that will last me for ages. And it's a really good quality shampoo, so I can't wait to use it. So off I skipped down to Costco. My husband wanted to get the coffee. I don't drink coffee. And I wanted to get these big, massive conditioner and shampoo bottles. And we came back and I was like, oh, I can't wait to try it out. I tried it out the next day. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure. It's not really, I don't know, it doesn't make my hair feel particularly silky. Wasn't doing it for me. Anyway, I thought, well, but everybody says that this is great, so I'm going to persevere with it. And because it's a massive, like Costco, they come massive bottles, I've been persevering with it now for about 3 months, right? And every time I wash my hair and put conditioner on my hair, I think it doesn't smell nice. The texture's not nice. My hair feels quite dry after it. Not particularly happy with it. But because I'd bought it and I'd spent this money, and because some other people were telling me that it was the right thing to do, I just kept persevering with it. And then this morning, I looked at all my other shampoo and conditioner. So I have got other shampoos and conditioners that were cast aside for this new improved shampoo and conditioner, shiny object syndrome. And I looked at all the others and I thought, well, first of all, this is cluttering up things because now there's far too many shampoos and conditioners, isn't there? But secondly, I was like, okay, I can either wait until I finish all of this shampoo and all this conditioner. It's probably going to take me another 3 months. Being unhappy with it, like it was just a rubbish start to the day because I just didn't like it. Didn't like the smell of it. But I felt I'd committed to it, and therefore I should finish it. But this morning I just thought, I'm not going to. I'm going to take that shampoo and I'm going to empty it down the sink. Probably shouldn't do that. There's probably a reason why I shouldn't do that anyway. And put it in the recycling, wash it out and put it in the recycling. And I did that this morning. And I tell you what, I feel unburdened. I just feel like, oh, that was just the right. This sounds really silly. And obviously there's an analogy to other things here, which I will draw in a minute. But I can't believe how weighed down I was feeling by having to finish this shampoo because I'd committed to it. And I was so excited. I believed it was the right thing to do. And then it turned out it wasn't. And instead of looking at the signs and going, right, there's a whole load of other ways. I'm not going to not wash my hair anymore. So I'm not saying that I'm ditching shampoo. I'm just saying that one particular way of doing things wasn't working for me. So I need to look at that feedback and go, right, what's a different way that I could do this that would work better? This morning, I used my Aussie shampoo. Does anyone use Aussie shampoo? Oh, it's so nice. It just makes your hair feel like so silky and it smells amazing. And anyway, and it turns out Costco do those as well in big, massive, not quite as big as the Kirkland ones, but still big and not much difference in price actually from the Kirkland ones. I just feel like uplifted. It sounds silly, it sounds ridiculous, but it has made me ponder today then, what other things am I sticking with because I've committed to them and I thought they were going to be the right thing to do, but actually I'm ignoring the feedback that suggests that they're not actually the right thing to do for me. So what in my business am I sticking with because I believe it's the right thing to do? Now, what the joy of us having our, oh, hi, Susie, having our own side hustles is, hi, Susan, that we get to make these decisions, that we don't have to stick with the Kirkland shampoo if we don't like it. We can wash our hair in a different way. So if you're doing something to market your business, or you're doing something to keep records for your business, or whatever it is, or even how you create your side hustle product or service, if you're doing something in a way that you thought was going to be great, but actually it's not joyful, remember, we're all about the joy here, then notice it. Like, listen to yourself, listen to what your body is telling you, listen to what your mind is telling you, listen to what your feelings, your lack of joy is telling you, and go, right, I am not going to do this anymore in this way. I'm going to choose a different way to do it. So, for example, if it was if it was some sort of marketing strategy. So that's what I've been thinking about when I've been preparing the Explode Your Side Hustle Sales Bootcamp. Yeah, Explode Your Side Hustle Sales Bootcamp. So I've been thinking about ways that I can help you with marketing. So how can I make that as simple as possible? And how can I show you a way to market? And I've been tying myself in knots because I've been thinking, well, but this is a great way, but maybe everybody won't love to do this. Or this is a great way, but maybe everybody won't love to do this. But actually, what my shampoo taught me this morning was that you have to start somewhere, and you don't know if you're going to love it unless you try it. But if you try it and you don't love it, then you just do it in a different way. But what you don't do is, I'm never going to market my business again because I don't like doing whatever, a social media post on Instagram, whatever it is, whatever is the bit that doesn't feel in flow for you, that doesn't bring you joy. There are always other ways of achieving the same goal. So we should always be focused on the goal: clean hair, soft hair, silky hair. But how we get there is completely up to us. That's the joy of not being in employment for your side hustle. I know loads of us have day jobs, but that's the joy of nobody kind of dictating to you how your side hustle has to be. So there are things that you need to do in your side hustle and goals that you need to aim for, but how you achieve those goals, you decide. And what I've come up with in the Explode Your Side Hustle Sales Bootcamp, I hope, is a starting point to go, here are some things that I think you should try. But what I want it to be really clear is that if you hate them, if you get to the point where you have tried them for, however much amount of time feels right to you, not just try them once, but if you try them and they don't bring you joy and there's an alternative way to do it, then do that. But do something. Don't just not wash your hair again. Is that analogy working? Let me know if that analogy is working. I know some of you have come in halfway through that analogy and you'll be now like, what is she talking about washing her hair? What is that all about? So you can go back and listen to the beginning and it will make sense. The point today is, don't persist with things when you've given them a good chance. So don't like, if I'd used that shampoo once and gone, it's not for me, and put it in the bin, I would have felt very wasteful, and I wouldn't have been sure that I'd made the right decision, because there might have been a whole load of different scenarios on the day that I used it, in terms of the hardness of the water and the temperature of the water, and I don't know, the condition of my hair at that point, whether I just had it colored or whatever. There's a whole load of other things that might have impacted it. But once you've persisted with something for a while and it isn't working, don't just stick with it because you feel you have to. Change it up and do something else. And I cannot tell you how much better that has made my day, and will continue to make my days. So when I speak to you again on Thursday, I'll still be really happy because I'll be using my Aussie shampoo and it just brings me joy. And that's what it's all about. Thank you so much for tuning in today, everybody. If you have not joined the Explode Your Side Hustle Sales Bootcamp, the link is with this video. Please click to join. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be in a completely separate pop-up group to the one that you're watching me on. So you need to register to get the link to that group. But I am going to help you to work out what you need to do to bring your side hustle to the world with joy and get visible. Because I know that's what you want to do, and that's going to help you to fill your side hustle pot. So click the link, join me on the Explode Your Side Hustle Sales Bootcamp, and I will see you back here on Thursday again. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care, everybody.